and we'll go. So good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon, this evening, wherever you may be at the present time. My name is John Moody. I live in Worcestershire in the UK. I came across this remarkable technology 4 years ago at a networking meeting. And probably like many of you, I have to say I was very skeptical in the first instance, but something made me curious and made me dig a little deeper. I bought some of the products to try myself and started to have maybe some improvements. For example, I'd got a very stiff right hip. I'm a golfer, and a stiff right hip is bad news for a golfer because you can't swing properly. That cleared up on its own after about 3 weeks of wearing this technology, and that started to get me thinking. And I also noticed whilst I was on the golf course that my usual kind of up and down emotional reaction to the good and the bad of golf, it's a very frustrating game for those of you who don't play it. I had become incredibly level. I was just dealing with the slings and arrows of the game very calmly, and was actually playing better golf. Subsequently, I introduced the technology to many people, have seen people have some really amazing results, and that's why I'm here today, 4 years later, helping many other people achieve a better quality of life. We're very lucky this evening to have Paul Austin with us. Paul has been involved with the business since before it started, more than 7 years ago. So he's going to come on and tell his story about why he's involved. He's going to explain a bit about the technology and then cover the products that we have, again, just in brief. And then we're going to ask those of you on the call who've got a testimonial they'd like to share to come on and share that, because it's the stories that really make the difference. It's the stories that amaze people about what this technology can deliver. So, Paul, please come on and share your story.
Well, thank you so much, John, and we really appreciate everybody logging on here, wherever it is, whether it's in the evening, the afternoon, wherever you might be. And again, we thank you for coming. My name is Paul Austin from Canada. I've never revealed before. I'm actually part Scottish. My mom is from Glasgow, from Whiteinch. Not sure if anyone knows about that, but I've never been and would love to one day. But we're here today to chat about, this incredible technology that crossed my path 7.5 years ago, almost 8 years now. What can I say? I'm still here. I hope that speaks volumes. There's a reason I'm still here. But in order to really get the true sense of where this originally came from, how it evolved, I sort of just will go back in time to when I started. So when I started, no back office, no nothing special. I had a box of socks and insoles, and off we went to share this technology. So that brings me to this right here. This was the original technology that Jay had developed. His mom got MS back in 1983. He was only 13 years old at the time, and you can imagine your mother, the matriarch of the household, went from this vibrant, outgoing, wonderful lady, still wonderful, but then gets diagnosed with MS and is in a wheelchair months later. Devastating for the family. Back in 83, MS was a black box. So she was told, there's nothing we can do for you. You're going to have to basically go home and just deal with it. So that didn't sit well with Jay. Jay Dallywell, he is the inventor owner from Mississauga, Canada. He knew that he was on a mission now to help his mother. He didn't know how he was going to do that. He just knew he was going to try to figure it out. So he self-taught himself. He studied neurology. He knew that it had to do with all the neuroreceptors and different things in the body. And, things obviously weren't firing correctly and all that stuff. So he went on a mission and he kept researching, and he doesn't know how, but he just knows that he figured it out, and he was able to figure out a pattern. Now, this right here on the back is his actual fingerprint that protects the company. We don't do patents and all that, or else you have to tell somebody how it was done. We don't want this to get in the wrong hands. This is the best thing in the planet Earth, and we need to share it, just all of us individually, so people understand it. So the technology is actually right here. So as you placed your foot in your shoe, the technology sent signals to the brain to make something happen, to whatever that might be, whatever issues that you had, which I'll get to, and I'll explain all the different things that it could help with. So Jay knew that this was not going to get to his ultimate goal of 1 billion people. That's a lofty, lofty goal, but not everybody has insoles in their shoes. Not everybody wears shoes. Not everybody wears, things that are conducive to this, because this may not go on a little smaller black, dress shoe or, something along those lines. So he noodled and noodled, and then he actually made sure that he, proof of concept. So he actually went around and sold $500,000 worth of these out of the trunk of his car, and he gave a 30-day money back guarantee. He went to mechanics, hairdressers, you name it. And he proved that this technology works because they were all stunned at what it could do. So he noodled and noodled. And then what happened? He came out with a sock. And this is actually what I saw first. I did not see the insole, but I was actually at a conference in Dallas with my great friend. He actually prints, I was a magazine, a publisher, and he printed my magazine. So I was there and he said to me, "Hey, do you want to see some magic?" And I said, "Sure. Well, what do you got?" And he actually pulled out a pair of socks. They were white and they think they were a bit longer. And I said, "Okay, what do you mean magic? That's a pair of socks?" He goes, "Well, they're socks, but there's something special on the bottom of them." And he pointed to this square, and he probably tried to technically explain it, which I didn't really understand. He said, "Listen, I'm going to show you something, and that's how you understand it. Just experience what I'm going to show you here." I said, "Okay." So he got me to stand nice and strong, make a fist in a straight arm, not unlock my elbow, and stand here nice and steady with my shoulders apart. And he went underneath with his hand. So imagine he's standing beside me, and he lifted up and asked me to meet his resistance. So I said, "Sure." So I stood there. He started lifting up on me. And of course, I tilted off to the side, and he didn't do it where I fell over. He just did it enough. So I realized, I said, "Okay, fair enough. That made sense." I went off to the side. I think my balance is fine. I've never had an issue with it. So then he said, "Okay, we're going to do one more." So that was getting in and out of the bathtub, in and out of the car. That's lateral stability. Now I'm going to do dynamic stability, which is your core strength. So put your feet together, put a fist on top of a fist, just stand nice and tall. I did. And he came in and he was in front of me, and he put his two hands like this on my fists, and he pushed down. And of course I fell forward and my heels came up. Okay. Again, makes sense. You're applying pressure and the force sent me forward. Okay. So what's next? He said, "Well, put these socks on." I said, "Okay." So I put the socks on. He says, "We're going to do it again. Let's just do what exact same thing we just did." So he just said, "Get in the position, make a fist and a straight arm, blah, blah, blah." I did that. He came off onto the side of me. He started lifting up. I met his resistance. I literally stayed in the same position I'm in. I looked at him. I said, "Are you really trying?" I mean, all these things are going through my head. He goes, "Of course I am. Of course I am." I said, "Okay, no problem." So then I did okay, so this one's next, feet together. He told me, because obviously I didn't remember that. So then he pushed down on me, and did I go forward? No, I stood like this. I did not move. He was pushing and pushing. He could have probably went up and changed the light bulb. So in that moment, I thought, oh my gosh, that's crazy, because I can see his face and I feel like he's pulling and lifting and all that. It's just my mind's not processing what was going on. Well, I realized after he's in the corner, he's over to the side, and I finally just got somebody else to come in, because I'm thinking I got to take him out of the equation here. So I had this girl come up. I said, "Hey, let's do this test, blah, blah, blah." I explained it all. So now I'm Terry explaining it to her. And I did the test to her, and it worked. And it's me. No one else is doing this, just me. So Terry's smiling in the corner. I'm shaking my head going, what is going on here? He's my great friend. Okay, this is all reality. This must be real. Okay, this is crazy. Like, what's going on here, man? And he said, "Well, I just wanted to make sure you knew about it, but we can't say anything." So I knew about the company 6 months before it opened, but I had to wait patiently before I could actually get out there and do what I wanted to do with it. I did get out there finally, helped so many different people right in front of my eyes. I watched miracles happen. And now, as the company has progressed, we helped 6 million people. Well, COVID came, all those different things. Well, it gave Jay the opportunity to be able to noodle on these right here. And that's why we're here today. This is, you can probably see the little pattern again, that's Jay's fingerprint. The actual pattern is right here. And all you do, and I'm going to do it right now, is literally peel this, peel it off, and put it on your skin. That's it. I simply did something that could change somebody's life in 5 seconds. I do not go without a lot of these patches for example purposes. I put this one on, timing it for this call, but I have other patches on as well. I can put them wherever I want. There's many different things they help with, which I'll get to. So for me, that was stunning. We just went from having this technology that could help more people to now having technology that can help pretty much everybody, because who can't just apply this to their skin? You don't need a certain shoe. You don't need a certain size sock. Socks bother you. You're in a hot climate. This is incredible. This has now opened the gateway for us to get to that billion people. And that's what makes us so super excited about it. So this all ties into this quote here. Let's go invent tomorrow instead of worrying about what happened yesterday. So this is iPhone 6 and this is iPhone 15. So it's enhanced, it's better, it has better efficacy, it is FDA registered, it now has peer-reviewed published studies. I mean, literally, we have it all done. Not me, Jay, I'll say that I'm just a messenger, but all those things are in place so that we can go out there and we're not pretending to have something, or, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. We just know we have something that has amazing, amazing results. And all you have to do is be a customer. Just be a customer, get 25% off your first order, use the product, and you be the judge, because you can't beat experience. I can tell you everything you want to know. I could sugarcoat this call and rave about it, and that's just not the person I am, and that's just not the culture that we have. We want you to try it. If you don't like it, you get your money back, because everybody gets a 30-day money back guarantee, and that is truly, truly amazing. That means we believe in our product. That's what's so important here. So why this industry? Well, I mean, when we're talking business here, like, so let's say you did use the product, you love it, and you just want to be a customer, great, please refer people. We need to get to that billion people first. But if you want to make extra money, whether it's $100, $500, $10,000 a month, no joking, that's not a joking number. There are people making that kind of money. This is the industry you want to be in. And you want to have a product like ours that is drug-free and has no ingredients. It only has patterns. And I'm not going to explain the technology to you. I just know that this is a $2 trillion industry. And we have something that no one else has. And when that happens, it's easy to grow it and it's easy to make it a big thing. So any sufficient advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. I saw the magic. The technology you use impresses no one. The experience you create with it is everything. So that is exactly what I'm trying to tell everybody is experience it and you be the judge. Don't take anybody else's advice. You got to wear it consistently. It's just like anything else. You want to make sure that you bring it in as part of your daily regimen and you use it basically as you need it. There's some staple products we always want you wearing, and I'll get to that, but it's important to be consistent. So instead of me trying to explain it, here's Jay, the inventor owner. He does it best. This will make a lot of sense to people to kind of get it technical, but also simplified at the same time. So this is about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So let's listen to Jay here.
Hi, everyone. It's Jay with Super Patch. I hope everyone's having a great day. People are always asking me, Jay, how do these super patches work? So today I'm going to give you guys a high-level explanation. So first things first, every physical, emotional, psychological function has a corresponding neurocode in our brains. And these neurocodes, which are just messages, sometimes get stuck or damaged for 1,000,001 reasons, but that leads to poor health, poor wellness, and even poor performance. So after 12.5 years of research at Super Patch, we actually decoded these messages. We decoded the neural code that can help and control the neurofunction of physical, emotional, and psychological function. So every single super patch has a pattern and ridges in it. And when these ridges come in contact with our skin, the patch uses the receptors in and on our skin to send that message to our brain. And the brain decodes it. So every single super patch is generating a very specific signal that's responsible for a physical, emotional, or psychological function. And that's how the super patches work. So all 8 super patches have their unique QR code that's sending a unique message that our brain decodes. And that's why we can help with so many wellness, performance benefits that people are seeing. So till next time, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.
So yeah, as you can see, let's just put it into reality, today's reality. We use our phone. As you can see on this product here, there is a QR code. So I'm just going to go on it. It recognizes it. And as I click on it, you can see that it just took me to the super patch site. It's heading there right now. It just did it in seconds. And that's exactly what our technology does. There is a pattern, a QR code that touches our skin, and it tells the body to do something. And it takes that very complex message it's sending and decodes it in real time, and then performs the task it was asked to do. So when you look at what are our options today and what are we wanting as humans, well, we have all these wellness needs. There's people in pain, people that have low energy, they're being worked way beyond what they should be. They're worried about their cognitive things and dementia and Parkinson's, and they're worried about their limited mobility and the risk of falling. I mean, the list goes on. And from a sport perspective, people want, better performance. They're looking for the best things on the market to enhance their performance and their strength and power and endurance and all those things. But what do they have? They just have over-the-counter stuff right now. We have drugs, and that's just a slippery slope, because one drug turns into another drug, turns into another drug. And I'll just be honest, I was taking some pills here for something. I had no choice, and they started making me dizzy and things and nauseous. And that was it. I thought that, it wasn't something these patches could touch. And that's just, part of human nature. Some things are what they call, I'm going to forget the name of it, acute. So what are the solutions? There's risky surgeries, there's side effects that comes with all this stuff, and there's invasive surgeries that have gone wrong, and that's not cool. And then, a lot of times people are saying, change your lifestyle, change your diet, change what you do every single day. And that's tough for people in today's, world. And most of the stuff that they're saying to take is not good for you anyway. And that's another big, another conversation, that's for sure. So what do people want? Well, they want a drug-free solution that's instant and effective, that's easy to use, non-invasive, non-reactive, child-safe, pregnancy-safe. You're not changing your diet, like I was mentioning, that it's affordable, and there's not many things out there. Unless you have super coverage and all those different things, they're giving you something that's not. So why not try this before you go down that slippery slope? Because I don't want anybody going there. So when we talk about this Liberty patch, this is what the focus is on Lois here. You're going to see a before and after of her using it. Watch her go up the stairs and then watch after. Truly, truly remarkable.
Last July, I woke up one day and couldn't walk. It came completely out of the blue. My children had to come and help me get out of bed. And I've had a problem with my right leg ever since then. I've tried all kinds of things. Magnets, far infrared, lotions, potions, medications, physiotherapy, oils. And since we don't have a main floor bedroom in our house, this is how I was having to walk up the stairs. Four weeks ago today, I started using the Freedom and the Liberty patches from the Super Patch Company. And this is how I walk up the stairs now. I'm very grateful.
And very grateful indeed. We all would be, especially if that was just somebody that we knew. I don't even know Lois, and I'm just so happy for her. So I've seen this multiple times. I've seen even more extreme things, and that's pretty extreme that just happened. So here's our lineup. We have 11 super patches. This one is the Freedom Pain Patch. This one is the only patch where you actually place where the pain is. So if it's in your shoulder, you put it there. If it's in your back, you put it there. All the other patches you can put wherever you want on the body, and that's just up to you where you feel it works the best. This is our REM patch, truly remarkable what it's done for people. We have peer-reviewed published studies. People can send you on these products. We have a peace patch to deal with stress. A lot of us never used to have stress, and now we do. The world's changed. Things are crazy. Inflation, and I mean, the list goes on and on. Stress in the job and all those different things. We also have a Defend patch. Now, this is just baffling to me. I'm not a doctor by any means, but I was at a live blood analysis. There was a doctor there performing the test. They took someone out of the audience, plucked their finger. They took the blood. They showed the blood. You can see it. It's all deformed. The cells are on top of each other, the Rollo effect. There's no oxygen around them. I didn't know anything about this until I saw this. And then they took the same person after wearing this patch for 30 minutes. This is what happened. All the cells spread apart with the proper oxygen. They were the proper shape. And obviously things are rolling the way they should be. They weren't stacked on top of each other. I wear it. No, oh, it's on this. I wear it every single day. It never fails just because I know what it does. The Liberty patch, we saw Lois, balance, strength, stability, range of motion. We also have pay attention like never before, the Flow patch for ADHD, ADD, and things like that. With the Victory patch, incredible competitive advantage and nothing to do with doping because we don't have drugs or ingredients, so you can use this. No worries about it. There's the Focus patch, helps kids or anyone studying or strumming the guitar or whatever it might be that you need to focus in on it. There's the Ignite patch. I have it on right here. Incredible. It burns 25% more calories at a resting metabolic rate. That means as a human, we burn about 2,000 calories a day. So you can see yourself burning about 500 extra calories. We also have the Kick It patch for bad habits. That doesn't matter. It could be smoking, it could be drinking, it could be biting your nails, whatever. And then of course we have the Joy patch. So if you're having a tough day, you're sad, you're upset, well, throw this on and it will brighten up your day. So why the Super Patch Company? It's the biggest breakthrough in 50 years in performance and health. We have no competition. It's drug-free. We have millions of customers. So to get started in the UK, it's 50 pounds. With that, you get a 28 pack of Liberty and a 4 pack of Freedom. That's a $75 value. Once you enroll, you need to wait 7 days before you can take advantage of one of these packages, which is the Mega Launch Kit, the Business Builder Kit, and the UK Founder Kit. Not sure if those are still available or not, but I'm waiting on an update. Then in Europe, it's 50 euros. In Europe, you do not have to wait the 7 days. You get the same $75 in patches, but you can take a Business Builder Kit, a membership only, and that's it. That's as simple as it is, but please just be a customer first. And that's what's most important. And now I'd like to get to the really good part about this, which is the stories, the results that people are getting. So I'm going to bring it over to John and let's share the results that are happening. And yeah, this is the best part.
Great. Thanks very much, Paul. That was, as usual, a great run through what we have here. So what I'm going to ask a few of you to do is come on and tell us your story. I'd like to hear the situation you were in before you came across this technology, the reason why you decided to try it, and the results that you got. And if you can get that done in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then that would be great. So who would like to come on? I'm seeing Mickey's looking very excited, so I'm guessing there's an update from Mickey. So Mickey, please come on and share your update.
Hello, John. Hello, everybody. Here, Mickey from the Netherlands. Yes, I've done it already a few times. My story. The product is great, amazing, but I'm the product of my product. I can show everybody how it changed me. I have multiple sclerosis since 2010. In the morning, walking was very bad. I was sitting in my wheelchair, walking with crutches. Well, since over 1 month that I'm using Liberty, give me stability, more strength for walk. I also problem with my stomach, so a freedom on my stomach. I'm not using my wheelchair anymore. I'm not walking anymore with my crutches, and I'm not having stomach pain. But tonight, I'm so proud of myself because I had to go for a therapy far away from where I'm living. It was driving 3 hours to go. I'm just back home. So also, I don't like so much to drive in the dark, but I've done it. I'm so proud of myself, what I've done. Well, of course, my liberty, victory to get me more strong today. And yes, driving 3 hours for arrive there, doing my therapy, driving 3 hours back. I thought I need something else. I need my focus. I need focus for driving. And I've done it. I'm really so proud of myself. I've done it alone, completely alone. I'm so happy.
Great stuff, Mickey. That's great to hear, and well done you. Okay, thank you very much. So have we got somebody else who's got a story to share tonight? Please wave, or Jeff, was that a wave? Yeah, can you unmute and
So I've done about 150 demos now. And so obviously I've got a lot of stories, but I think the first one is probably the most important. So my wife was in a car accident and she had sciatica for 2 years. And she'd been on 3 different drugs from the doctors. She'd been and done everything really. And she ended up on naproxen, which sent her to sleep about half an hour after she took it. She's pretty sensitive to this stuff. Anyway, I wasn't an agent, I wasn't a customer, I wasn't anything. And a friend of mine sent me some paint patches, freedom patches. And we got home early evening, so about 9 o'clock at night, she put the patch on. Before we went to bed a couple of hours later, I said, does it feel any better? She said, it feels a bit better. But in the morning, I was on the phone and she's screaming up the stairs for the first time in 2 years. She had her first pain-free day. And she's been pretty much pain-free for 3 or 4 months now.
wow.
So that's what got me started, but I've got so many of them now.
Yeah. Well, it's when it's that close to home, Jeff, it really gives you that motivation, doesn't it, to just to share it, and it's obviously the most important result that you could have got as well. So thanks very much for sharing. We understand entirely. Okay, thank you very much. Who anyone else can share? Okay, Evelyn, thank you.
Okay, so my biggest success was initially, I have had migraine since I was a child, and to be migraine free it's just unbelievable, like to walk around and not be in pain. And for me, I would get them at least 10 days a month, at least. And I've been, since childhood, crying myself to sleep, just wishing I didn't have to deal with this pain. And to finally have that gone. And it took about a year for me to go, oh, I haven't had one in a while. So for me, that is just the biggest gift. The fact that I don't fall down anymore is really good too, but the migraines are a really big deal for me. So yeah. Glad they're gone.
Yeah, great stuff. Thank you, Evelyn. That's brilliant. Angela, I can see you over there. You've got a tennis story you could share with us without putting you on the spot. Is that okay? You're on mute. Yeah. You're still on mute. There you go.
There we are. Yeah, I'm actually on my iPad because I couldn't get my laptop to work properly. Had no sound. Yes, I've been wearing the technology for 4 years now, but this summer, well, this September, I entered the club tennis tournaments, and I haven't played tennis for 35 singles for 35 years, but I got persuaded to play, ended up in the final, and I didn't win it, but I was able to play without any pain. I had various patches on. I had a pain patch on my foot because I had a sore foot, and I had the Liberty patch on, and I had an anxiety patch and a focus patch. And when I played the semi-final, I was so much in the zone. I actually beat the lady who was the #1 seed, and I was just incredible. So I put this in context. I actually have fibromyalgia, which is a very painful condition. It's no cure, but so since I've been wearing the technology, I haven't got the same amount of pain. I can do all these things. I actually also last week, after the final, there was a party and I was dancing all night as well, straight after it. Oh, I also, before the final of the tennis, I'd actually played a league match, the doubles league match the night before, and then played the match at 10 o'clock. There's no way I would have been able to do any of that. Usually if I did it before, that would knock me out for the week and I wouldn't be able to do anything. I'd be in a lot of pain. So it's completely changed my life.
That's I mean, I remember when we first got involved with this, Angela, you were playing one game a week, and it took you days to recover, and now you're playing N times a week, and now you're playing great tennis. You know, you got through the final of your singles champion thing, for goodness sake. So absolutely fantastic. What a story.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, we're sort of running out of time now. Has anyone else got another story they can share before we go? Don't be shy. There's lots of stories to tell, I'm sure.
I've never shared mine, and it's not huge, and it doesn't have to be. I literally started using this while I was renovating a house before I even started the business. And I would get tired, achy feet. I would be exhausted, all those different things. A lot of us experience. You could experience that sitting in a chair all day at work. I started using the product. Unbelievable. I was energized. I didn't need 12 coffees a day, all those different things I used to do. And that seems simple to me. That seems so minor, but that's like 90% of people. I had no idea. And, you use this product, whether you just need to be energized or whatever it is, you may think you have nothing wrong with you, but you use it, you benefit from it, then why would you not use it? And that's, as simple as that may seem, I've built a massive business off that simple story, and then obviously everybody else's story. So you can definitely get the word out, and your result does not have to be this massive thing. And for me, that's a great thing, because there's nothing worse than wearing steel boots all day and coming home from work and just not wanting to deal with life after, right? So anything that can give you that extra little benefit is definitely makes so much sense. So
yeah, that's great. Thanks very much, Paul. Okay, so thank you all for coming along this evening. I have to issue a disclaimer that the company makes no medical claims about this technology, so it's not designed to treat, cure any particular illness, but it's helping the brain work better. The brain and central nervous system run the whole show. So the results that we get with this technology are, you see, very, very broad in terms of the range of things that people get help with. If you have any questions rising out to this evening, then please go back to the person who invited you on the call. They have all the information available that you would need to help answer your question. So thank you once again. We'll be here same time next week. Please bring some friends with you. If you think this technology would be of interest to them, we'd be delighted to see them. So wish you all a good evening. I will end the Facebook Live and allow you to all carry on with the rest of your day. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye now.
Thank John. Thank Paul.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Thank you all.
Thanks.